Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the DaVinci Resolve tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 14, where we'll be doing the keyframe animation. Okay, so in last class, we do have learned about how you will be able to actually create text and titles. Here into this particular class, we will be learning that how you will be able to animate those according to yourself. Okay, so we'll be learning about all these things over here into this particular class in detail. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the same workspace in which I do have worked on in my last class. Okay, so this is the same project. So now over here, we'll be learning about the keyframe animation. Okay, so you will be able to use keyframe animation in both of this part. Okay, so let's first try with this one. Okay, with the text. Let's select the text and let's go to my inspector panel. And once I'm over here in my inspector panel, if you guys take up a look, you guys can see that I do have this small diamond-like structure just beside in most of this option. Okay, so to place these keyframes, okay, to animate anything, we need to make sure first that I do have my playhead in the exact part. Okay, so let's come here. Let's decrease the text size from here. Okay, let's come here and let's just increase this one a little bit. Okay, so I will just increase this one up a little bit. Let's play this thing up and let's see how it actually looks. Okay, so I will just keep this one right over here. Bring my playhead at the starting, and from the title option, let's go to the settings. Okay, and what you want to do is first, I don't want this particular text to get visible. Okay, so I want it to be visible quite slowly. Okay, so for that, what I need to do is I need to come here into the composite option, and under composite option, I will just decrease the opacity of this text to 0. Okay, so once I do have decreased the text, I will come here and I need to make sure that I click onto this diamond-like structure. Okay, so I do have clicked onto this diamond-like structure over here, and now I will just move down my playhead a little bit. And once I am over here into this particular part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the opacity again to 100%. Okay, so now if I just play this thing up, this is how it should appear. Okay, so here you guys can see this actually gives you a better view. Okay, so here this is how it will basically appear on your screen. Okay, so this one kind of looks good. If you do want to make any changes, you guys can come here and you guys can make changes accordingly. Okay, so if you do want to see, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can just view it according to yourself. Okay, so if you come here and let's say I will just increase it from here. Let's come to this track option, and over here you guys can basically increase the track size as well. Okay, so for now I will just decrease the track size to this much. Let's come here, let's go on top, and what you guys can do is let's just decrease the size, okay, of this particular text box, and I will just decrease the size quite accordingly. Let's place it over here. Let's come over here again. And from here, what I can again do is I will select this text. And now let's just play this thing up. And once it will stay like this for somehow. And what I want to do is I just want to move this one over here on top. Okay, so you guys can come here and let's say you want it to move apart. Let's say I want it to basically move it quite over here. Okay, so I will just go back to the same place. I will just keep this thing over here in the center again. And once you're here into this particular part, what I'm going to do is I am going to come here and I am going to put out a keyframe into this speech option. Okay, so I'm going to put up a keyframe right over here. And when it comes to this particular point, okay, I want to change out the pitch. Okay, so you guys can come here and change the pitch accordingly. Okay, so once you have changed the pitch, what you can lastly do is you guys can basically position this one underneath as well. Okay, so you guys can come here, and now what you guys can do is you guys do have the position right over here. And what I'll do is I will just put out a keyframe into the position. And lastly, I will just go and I will just put it down over here. Okay, so let's come here. Let's go back, Control Z. So I do have this keyframe already. Now let's move this one up over here at the last. And now I will just change it. So I need to make sure that I am over here into my last frame. Okay, so I will come here and let's say I will just move it right over here. And from here, what I'm going to do is I am going to come here and I'm going to change this thing up. So let's go to the snapping option and I will just come to this particular part last. Okay, and now I will just change out the position. Okay, so I do have changed out the position as well. Now let's play this thing up. It will kind of appear and disappear like this. Okay, so this is how you guys can actually use this particular option. Okay, and once you're done with text using this particular keyframes, the same thing you guys can actually do with this video footage as well. Okay, so for that, let's come here. Let's say you do want to zoom over here at start. Okay, so I will come here and what I want to do is at this particular first frame, I do want to zoom it up quite nicely. Okay, so I will come here and from here now let's just position it quite over here. Let's come here, let's position it. And also now let's just zoom in. Okay, so over here, you guys can basically zoom in. Okay, you guys can come here. Let's zoom in onto this particular point. And now I want to add up a keyframe. And when it basically moves to this particular part, okay, let's come here. Let's turn off the caps. And once it moves right over here, what I'm going to do is I am going to go here and I am going to go back. Okay, so under the zoom option, I will again select this option to go back the way it was. Okay, so let's come here and if you do want to play it, let's place this thing again. Let's move my playhead. Let's select this one. And over here, you guys can see I already do have a keyframe. Okay, so I will come here. Let's select this one. Okay, so I will just turn off the transformation option. Let's select this. And now let's click on to the zoom. Let's try to zoom this thing in. Okay, so I will come here. Otherwise, let's come here and let's just zoom out totally. And I will just add up a keyframe over here. And now what I'll do is I will just move few frames apart. And from here, now let's say I will just keep it like right over here. And again, I want to go back. Okay, so let's come here. Let's just zoom back onto the same place and this is how you guys can actually work. Okay, so now again what I'll do is I will just move this one over here. Let's just place this thing and what you guys can do is let's decrease the size. Okay, so I will just decrease the size from here and I do have I already added a keyframe. Let's move it right over here and I will just select this whole thing into the zoom. Let's put on 1 and now I will just click on enter. And if you do want to change up the rotation, you guys can come here and let's say I will just go to the rotation option and I'll just put on 0 as well. And under position, I will just position it quite well. Okay, so let's come here, let's position it quite well. And now let's see, this is how it will look. Okay, and this is how it will basically appear. Okay, so you guys can use this keyframe option in all of this. I have just showed you guys in the simplest way, which is using the zoom and the position option. And for text, I have showed you guys over here. Okay, I have actually used the zoom, position, and also the pitch yawn. Okay, you guys can also use the dynamic zoom. I have already told you guys about the dynamic zoom, but I hope you guys are basically now clear about how you will be able to do animation using keyframes. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys do have understood this class. So I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about DaVinci Resolve. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.